And in the meantime, you've actually done nothing. Just a quick disclaimer before we get into this video. Listen, y'all don't know how many times I try to avoid the background noise. The fact is, I don't live alone. As much as I ask them to be quiet, there's noise. Please, if you could forgive it this time, I'll try to do better in the future. And hopefully it's not too distracting for you. Welcome to me. I'm here. I'm happy to see y'all. Let's talk. Listen, how often have you been sitting around trying to figure out what to do? You're sitting around and thinking, and you're trying to figure out what is the best plan, what's the best decision to make. And in the meantime, while you're sitting around doing all this thinking, you're getting nothing done. You've taken no action. It's almost as if we think that if we don't make the best decision the first time, that life is over. And we know that's not the case. How many times have you survived the wrong decision, but for some reason, we get stuck in that pattern? And I think, honestly, it's fear. In fact, I know it's fear. And it's funny how on this channel, we keep coming back around to the theme of fear. But it's fear of the unknown. You're sitting there and you're trying to think your way through the future, which you cannot do because the future is unknown. So you're trying to think your way through the future and make sure you do everything right, because if you do one thing wrong, then I guess that's just the end of the world. And we know that's not the case. Listen, I'm here to tell you, motion cures confusion and cloudiness. If you need to know what to do, if you're trying to figure it out, you have to take some action. But let's come back around to that idea of being afraid of making the wrong decision. Listen, I came across a quote a long time ago that I've been carrying with me for a while that says, unsuccessful people think and rarely take action. Successful people think a little and take action often, right? And when those people make a wrong decision, they learn and then they react and act again and act again. And in the meantime, they are building up their knowledge base. By every wrong decision that they have made, they're building up their knowledge base. Meanwhile, you're not learning anything if you're sitting over here still trying to figure out what it is you're gonna do. So let's get into some ways that we can figure out how to make decisions. Because let me tell you something, dreams don't come true, decisions do. Number one, okay, this may sound like a bit of a repeat, but I'm here to tell you what you have to start doing is making decisions. It's just like training, lifting weights to build muscle, or reading to build knowledge. If you want to get strength in your decision-making skills, you have to practice. So start making more decisions more often. And when you start to do that, you will not only learn to trust yourself, you will also learn to be able to better identify things that could potentially be a wrong decision, thus for leading you to make wrong decisions less often. Number two, trust your gut. Once you have been doing all the practicing, you will start to see, if you're paying attention, you will see patterns and you will learn and you will build your decision-making muscle. And that way you are then able to trust your gut because you will know yourself and you will know what will work best for you. Okay. Number three, listen, I don't want you to be afraid of the consequences. I want you to be prepared for the consequences. Listen, we live in an imperfect world, right? Things will go wrong. We are imperfect people. We will make bad decisions. But if we are prepared for them, we can accept it when it happens. We can take what we need from that situation, learn from it, and react, make another decision to move forward again. Number four, I want you to limit your options, okay? Don't try to look at every single angle. Have you ever heard of this thing called choice anxiety? It's something that I have suffered from at times at the grocery store. in two places, namely in the bread aisle, because there will be 3 types of whole wheat made by the same people with 3 different packages, and I have no idea what's different between them. And also in the toothpaste aisle. Have you seen how many different types of toothpaste it is? Listen, I want my teeth to be clean and I want my breath to be fresh. Like, which one does that? And I will sit minutes in there reading all those options and can't figure out which one to buy. Listen, limit your options. Don't try to think of every single scenario. You can maybe work through that further down the line if you have to, but most of the times, the first couple things you think of are enough for you to figure out which way to move, at least for your step 1. And lastly, I want you to make your decisions based upon who you are and not doing what you think people think you should be doing. Listen, I was once told that when we ask people, what should I do? Oftentimes we already know what we should do, but we don't like that answer. So we're seeking an outside source to help in changing our mind to get us to be able to go in the direction we want to go in instead of the direction we need to be going in. So listen, when you make your decisions, make sure that you are basing them upon who you are and what you want in the end. All right, y'all, that's it. Listen, as always, this is not original content that I just made up myself. This is just an amalgamation of well, is amalgamation the right word? Let's look that up. Amalgamation, that's the right word. Listen, this is just an amalgamation of things that I have come across in life, right? From books I've read, podcasts I've listened to, articles I've read, like speakers I listen to speak. These are just things that I have collected along the way that I'm passing on to you, hoping that it will benefit you in your life. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Leave your comments. Are you having problem making a decision? Is there one certain decision that you've been putting off for a very long time? Let's talk about it in the comments. Let me know. Listen, share this video with anybody who you think it could help, especially for those people who you know are terrible at making decisions. Listen, I love y'all. Live life, live now with passion and purpose. Going forward, I'm gonna stop saying listen so many times. I feel like I've said listen 18 times in this video. And I don't wanna do that no more. I love y'all. Live life, live now with passion and purpose. Bye.